Hey guys, what is going on and welcome to Stef ABtv. Behind me is a car that if you've been subscribed to the channel, you'll be quite familiar with. It is of course the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. However, this is the NRing edition. I'm going to give you a quick walk around this NRing edition. For those of you who've seen content on this already, I love this car so much that I thought it would just be right to just make another video on it, giving you a bit more info on it and just showing you different things of this car from a different perspective. So yeah, first of all, just check this car out. I am a big fan of the Giulia Quadrifoglio, as you guys are all aware in the videos that I have done. However, this one is very, very special, and this is a car that I think we all need in our lives. And actually, when I'm looking at Giulia Quadrifoglios, this is probably my favourite Giulia Quadrifoglio out there at the moment. So what is the NRing edition? The NRing edition is effectively a limited run of car they made for both Giulia and Stelvio that Alfa Romeo pulled together each year, kind of representing a year of Alfa Romeo's history. One of the kind of key advantages that you get from the Giulia Quadrifoglio NRing is the carbon ceramics. I mean, these are mental. The Giulia Quadrifoglio itself has enough stopping power, but you start to throw carbon ceramics on this and you're definitely winning. The Sparco carbon buckets of course come standard on this car, which, oh man, I just love these. Now I know that with the Sparco carbons you do miss out things. I think you don't get the heated seats on them, but do you really care? I mean, look how good that is. The weave on those seats is just completely bonkers, man. I absolutely love that. Also, those who are familiar with the Giulia Quadrifoglio, they'll know that obviously the carbon fiber roof on the normal car isn't exposed, whereas on the NRing edition it is completely exposed, and it just looks really, really nice. It's kind of like the what you get on the M versions, where you've got the carbon fiber weave on the roof. I do like that a lot, man. But if I take a seat inside here, from an interior perspective on the NRing, it's a pretty similar story that you get from the normal Giulia Quadrifoglio, except obviously it's much higher spec. Look at the interior trim here. I mean, on this car, it's flipping gorgeous, man. We've got the red kind of interior here by the glove box and the main part of the dash. We've got the leather dash with the red stitching, carbon fiber that's running all the way along here. We've got the Giulia there, you can see 85 of 108, what a great car this is. And of course we've got the red stitching here on the seats that you would see in the normal Giulia Quadrifoglio as well. But what a car. I mean, it is just something so special. But from an interior perspective, you know, as I've said with all Giulias, you know, the infotainment at the moment isn't the greatest, but you don't really care, man. I mean, just the driving sensation, the huge kind of aluminium paddles that have a great feel to them. If you just have a listen, they're huge paddles, both plus and minus, as you would expect. The carbon fiber here on the steering wheel just looks absolutely gorgeous as well, and just contrasts well with the rest of the kind of interior cabin because of the carbon fiber center console. Now, not only do you get this gorgeous kind of matte gray color, which is completely stunning on these cars, and I absolutely love the look of this, but there was a purpose for it, and they called it the NRing for a reason, because Stelvio and Giulia also both set lap records around the nurburgring. Now, the Stelvio's SUV lap record was a 7 minutes and 51 seconds. Obviously now that's been beaten by the RSQ8. However, at the time it was the fastest SUV in its class. And also the Giulia Quadrifoglio did a 7 minute and 32 seconds, which now has been beaten by the Jaguar SV Project 8, which did a 7 minutes and 22 second lap time. As I said earlier on, you got the beautiful carbon fiber spoiler, which just works so good against the matte paint. Really a fan of that. But also what Dirk's done with this car, which I'm a real fan of, is he's put the Michelin tyres on there. And I spoke to him earlier on, and he did say he can confirm that the grip with these tyres is absolutely unreal, which is what we've all talked about. I've said, I guess, negative things about the P0s. I'm just not a fan of them, but the Michelins make such a difference. And also, I'm pretty sure you can see that this Giulia Quadrifoglio is in fact lowered. So Dirk has lowered this car, which just makes it look even better than what it is. And as an all-rounder, I'm sure you'll agree, this is just, well, it's winning. Oh, it is the winner. It is the ultimate Alfa Romeo. And of course, like with all of them, because it's the NRing, well, all of the Giulia Quadrifoglios get all the usual treatment when it comes to the DNA system. So you've got the race mode, you've got the bumpy ride mode, you've got the dynamic, natural and advanced efficiency mode. So if you do choose to want to try and save some miles per gallon driving one of these, whack it into advanced efficiency at 70 miles an hour. It will shut down a number of the cylinders to try and give you the best miles per gallon. But as a whole, that thing is absolutely insane. And when it comes to price, the NRing started at around about £85,000, which is a lot more than what you would get from the normal Giulia Quadrifoglio. However, these are holding their value pretty well. There's only 108 of these available to buy, which means the residuals are really good. So if you are thinking of a Giulia Quadrifoglio, you've got the money, but you want to make sure that your money goes in somewhere safe, then definitely one of these, because you aren't going to lose too much on them. With such a low number of cars built, the residuals will hold well, which means the resale on these should be pretty good. Whereas if you look at the traditional traditional, normal Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. They started around about 60k, and now actually when you start to look at the prices of them, you can pick some of them up for around 33, 34 grand. So it's a massive drop from a depreciation perspective. However, get yourselves one of these. Obviously you need the outlay first, which is obviously the hardest thing to do. I'm saying this as if I've got the money to get one. I would love this car. Right, so I've talked to you about the Giulia Quadrifoglio NRing edition, which is a car that I really want right now. However, there's a reason that I'm here at Caffeine in the Machine. There's a reason why there's a Giulia Quadrifoglio NRing here, and that is because I'm doing my monthly Roadster meet-up and drive. So we've got a really good crowd here today. As always, I've come down to see the guys at Caffeine in the Machine, who are always very welcoming. And as you can see behind me, we've got a significant number of cars. Keeping it Italian, I'm going to start with the Abarth West Midlands guys, who have made a heroic effort to come down. Thank you all so much. But there was so many of these here when we pulled up, and I thought we had a large convoy coming from Beaconsfield, but these guys are already here waiting, and there's some really, really cool cars. Great to see some Abarth Puntos, some awesome 595s. But this is one of the cars. In fact, let me show you these as well, because I'm sure you've already just seen it. That is they're so cool, and none of them are the same. But as you can see, the crowd has already drawn towards the main event. Ironically, it's next to mine, and I've looked straight at that. But those of you who are familiar, we do like this. And Paul, the legend, has still kept the Stef ABtv plaque. But check this. The Abarth 695 70th Anniversario in podium blue. Not seen one in the flesh up until now, and I really like it in the podium blue. What do you guys think? Let me know. This is Andrew's Abarth. It's a yes from these guys. I was going to say you're all congregated around the car, so I assume it's good news. But yeah, the podium blue car looks really nice, and I'm not sure if I prefer this better than the hero color, although I am leaning towards saying I do. I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. If I come around to the back as well, and you can take a look at the spoiler. If you don't know how to fix one of these, you've got an Allen key, which you basically undo and then flatten it. But if you're buying one of these, that stays up at all times. Don't ever change it. It just looks cool. But yeah, what do you think? Andrew's cool Abarth plate, as expected. But one of the most important things, and I'm so glad that Andrew did this, because I've always said this about this car, that is what you need with it. You go straight for an Akrapovic exhaust, get rid of the Monza. It looks and sounds so much better in my opinion, but I get why they did the Monza, of course, because it's the hero color and it's Monza green. But yeah, that's amazing. So thank you, Andrew, for popping down and showing us this. But just a great thank you to everybody, because it is such a cool turnout. Here's the DBS. Look at this absolutely insane DBS Superleggero. You would have seen it in the Roadster meet if that video's come out already, but if not, this is Sam at Drive with Sam. Here's the Instagram account for Sam. Make sure you check him out. But what an incredible spec on this DBS Superleggero. What an insane bit of kit. Okay, this is happening. Oh man, I've just seen the forged carbon here on the side. That is cool. Sam,
how are you doing, man?
Welcome to the channel, man.
Thank you.
If you haven't followed Sam, at Drive with Sam.
Correct.
And YouTube channel coming soon, maybe?
Yeah, I've started the YouTube channel. There's one video on there which I did with Brad, Supercar Lifestyle, so there'll be plenty more coming in the next couple of weeks.
Amazing. And it's Drive with Sam
Drive
YouTube.
with Sam
there you go. So mate, we're in your DBS Superleggero.
We are indeed.
With a modified Brook Race exhaust.
It is a Brook Race exhaust, so we'll start the car up.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this is going to be fun. So for those who aren't aware, horsepower on this thing is what, 800?
Yeah, so it's 850 horsepower, so stock 720, now 850.
850, and we've got a 5.2 litre V12 twin turbo engine.
Correct.
I mean, have a listen to this though. Oh my god, mate, we are, wow. What gear are we in?
That was 4.
We are literally lighting up the wheels in 4th. That was 6th earlier on though.
Yeah.
Mate, what a flipping bit of kit. Flipping Nora. Well, that is that's a pretty special surprise. Thank you for taking me out of this, dude.
No worries, man.
Unreal. I mean, this thing in dry conditions, I mean, it's probably lively in dry as well, isn't it?
In the dry, I haven't had a dry day yet since I've had the car remapped with the exhaust system and on the car. I haven't actually had a day where I can actually enjoy a spirited drive.
Well, that day I hope well, I was going to say it's going to come soon, it won't. Probably got another couple of months first, and we're probably going to get some snow soon as well. But,
so.
And just to put it into perspective, just have a listen to the exhaust. Go for it, Sam. Yeah, we've woken up the neighbours, they're not happy. Can I have a go?
Of course.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Well, this is something you don't often get to do. Massive thanks to Sam. I'm in his 800 plus horsepower DBS. Struggling to put the power down, but flipping out. Look at this, guys. Right, well there you go. I'm ending the video here, mate. Sam, first of all, dude, thank you so much, mate, for letting me have a go in this thing. But
hope you enjoyed
it.
Oh,
massively, and we need to revisit when we've got dry weather.
Yeah.
But guys, that thing there, absolutely incredible. I hope you've enjoyed the video. A bit of a mix. We've had Giulia Quadrifoglio NRing content. We've had DBS Superleggera content. It's been a bit of a mixed vlog, but I hope you've enjoyed it all. If you have, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you all very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.